of course, what the speaker sees as the most searching question, the most needful to be answered question, and it's the most challenging question is, which really gets the root of I or self, is, are we life? Am I life? See, we know that this body is a living object, a living form, a living representation of livingness, you see. Same as the external world, a representation of livingness, you see. The wooden table was once a tree, a living tree, a growing, expanding and blossoming tree. So, livingness, is livingness different from life? You see, sometimes the intelligent mind wonders, why the hell would you listen to this speaker? What are you discussing? What are you trying to why are you trying to tease me out of my intelligence, my smart way of thinking? It's like you're bringing me back into that, caveman, that primitive. No, but it matters not, you see. They say every question is a vital question. So if you're going to dismiss any question, you're not fulfilling your role as a questioner. So is the questioner living? You see? The body itself, the emotional system, the sensory activity, the moving, the sleep, the wakefulness, the experience, the action, the activation of this form is a representation, a reconstruction, a replicating of life. So what can ask a question, are we life? What is the need of this question? What is the point? You see, most human beings, they never ask this question, but they do in a very scheming way, a very roundabout way. Will I die? Will I go to heaven? Because we use our sensory and conditioned and programmed mind into saying a body, when it stops breathing, is no longer life. See? It's no longer living. So the earth itself, that brown stuff that surfaces this planet, is not living, you see. Because if we return to the earth, or we return to the flames are no longer living. The earth is no longer living. The worms are no longer living. The bones are no longer living, you see. And really what science and biology and geology are trying to establish, a dualistic way. Where did we come from? How far back can we go in time? Can we get some information regarding our sequential way of turning up here through many periods in life, forms, species, but also what happens, you see? What's coming next? Does the body die? Do we die, you see? So we use life, whatever we are, or whatever the mind is, uses life to try and find out if there's a beginning or an end to life, or possibly infinite, unending life. And through enlightenment, through self-inquiry, through a self-investigation, through a real deep and meaningful, profound connection to the truth of what I am, reveals there is no beginning and end to life. But it doesn't answer the question, am I life? The mind. Is the mind life? We have let's say a pot. You take a pot and you put everything in it. Everything of existence in it. Yeah, everything is, into the pot. So, like the bull and cart, the body cannot operate without oxygen. The oxygen cannot be here without the planet cannot be here without the universe cannot be here without the cosmos. So everything is essential. And everything is connected and everything is simultaneously working as one whole process. So what can be different from life? What can be separate from life? Is mind looking from possibly beyond infinite? Because it cannot be part of, if it's separate, it cannot be part of infinity. There has to be a boundary, a separation. Like this body is separate from this phone. No, it's not. But there's an idea, a boundary that it was separate before I picked it up. Can there be separation if there's an ability to pick it up? Ability to touch it, ability to see it, ability to smell it. Can there be separation from that? Or is the emotional sensory system the connection between this and that? So the emotional sensory system of vision, smell, sound, taste, touch, is that part of life, or is it a way of connecting, or psychological, mental knowledge of the phone being the phone, the hand being the hand, the space being the space? Is that already connected? Is the mind already connected to this? If it's connected to it, why does it want to know about it? It should already know about it. Why is there a need to seek and search for God? We should already know about God then. You see, if there's a complete connection, you see, it's already, there's no point in investigating, exploring, understanding. We already know. We're already part of it. There's no separation from God, consciousness, mind, existence, life, whatever you want to call it. Past, future, beginning, end, birth, death. There's no separation. It's all one thing. The mind, ego mind, has just taken on a role of, I'm bored. I know everything. It's like the jigsaw puzzle. Perfect example is the jigsaw puzzle. You get a box, and on the box there's a picture, an image. Grandma's country fair, whatever. So you know what is inside the box. An image. But the image has been deconstructed through a machine. It makes different shapes of pieces of the puzzle so that we can reconstruct it. And we get some enjoyment out of this. We get some interaction out of this. We get some feeling good that I did something in this world as an individual, as a happy mind. Or if you struggle with a puzzle, you get angry and you put it back in the box. What's the point anyway? There's a picture, you know. And that's basically what we do. Those that try and put this puzzle together most get angry and say, to hell with it. Yeah. And some, they every day try and get this puzzle. But the fact is, whether you're angry about it, you know about it. Angry because I know already about life. I know already about God and all that stuff. But I was willing to participate in this game of putting it together just as a challenge, just out of boredom. But I failed. But how can I fail when I already know it's complete? There's a picture in the front, you see. There's an understanding, there's a realization that this is one whole jigsaw puzzle. And there's no need to deconstruct it and then recreate it or reconstruct it. But that's what mind has introduced in what was, or what is, if you understand it, absolutely precisionally already created puzzle. But mind wants to say, no, what are we going to do? What are you going to do about your life? What are you going to get it from your life? How is God going to be happy when you die? What rewards are you going to get? Why wouldn't you just make effort? Just give it a shot. In honour of your parents and your grandparents and your great-great-grandparents, who all failed to try and reconnect the puzzle that they already knew existed was whole and completely intact and immaculate. We'll go on asking this question. Why do we destroy and then create? In the same way. We cannot even understand that creation is the same as destruction. And what we create, we will continue to replicate. It's true. We're following the same rules and regulations, the same guidelines from many, many centuries ago. The mind doesn't have the intelligence, the wisdom to know that to make effort is just a pastime. To try and understand and discover is just a pastime. To seek and find was just a pastime. Enlightenment, If I knew what it was, I wouldn't have seeked it in the first place. I would have understood life as it. And that's why so many laugh and cry at their awakening, because they realize they've been living a fake life. I've been fooled. I've been absolutely, taken hook, line, and sinker by past, by religion, by science, by atheism, by a need to find something that I already am. You see? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Not this, not this, not this. Who am I? Not this, not this. Who am I? Not this. Who am I? Not this. And then something snaps. Who am I? Me, the body. But you were that before you started this process. Yes, but I was in doubt. I thought I was separate from life. I thought I was separate from consciousness. They all tell us we could be aliens, we could be time travelers, we could be angels, we could be ghosts, we could be, real, we could be fake, we could be this, we could be that. Now I know. All of that was nonsense. I am that I am. That what is. Simply is. So are we life? Or am I life? I won't take it away from you. Am I life? Life being consciousness, existence. There is only life. There's no such thing as birth, no such thing as death, and no such thing as a liver of life. There's just life appearing as that it is. So, next question could be, what is life? And that's the moment. That's the moment of meeting this pure consciousness. There's no answer to the question. The question becomes invalid. And then I sink right in to the core of life. And only life is experienced as it is. Whatever it is that what it is? No more time wasted trying to understand the puzzle that I am, the puzzle that one is, the puzzle that truly is. Time itself. Am I life? Life I am.